Hello YouTube, Virtual Rook here, and this video is going to be kind of a weird one, but I think that it's a lot of stuff that needs to be said. I feel like I need to make this video as a promise to both you guys as the viewers, as well as a promise to myself for the upcoming 2026 year. 2025 ended about almost a month ago now, and now we're into 2026. Let's go 2026, hopefully. And 2025 was kind of a rough year for me. I had a lot of really rough times, but also a lot of good times. I just wanted to make this video to set a precedence of what I expect out of myself and out of this channel in this coming year. And if you don't care, that's okay. You don't have to watch this video, it's fine. It's just me kind of wanting to just talk about what I expect out of this YouTube channel and what I want to do for you. So if you're curious about that, maybe there's a little bit of VR news mixed in with this, not really, but maybe a little bit. We're just gonna talk about it, right? Things to look forward to in 2026, things that happened in 2025. It should be fun, I hope. I really love making VR content. I like talking to like-minded people about VR. I like making games for VR. I like teaching people how to make games for VR. And I feel like we maybe lost that plot a little bit last year, especially towards the end of the year. And yeah, I just want to go over it. I want to figure out, how we can make this channel better. Because I think that will help me realize how I can make 2026 the year where I can turn this channel into something that I'm really proud of and really excited about. So yeah. Anyway, so 2025, the successes of 2025. Wow. The year started off great. We hit 1,000 subscribers on YouTube, and I had switched over to Godot, and it was just going great. It was awesome. And honestly, the growth of the channel has still been just skyrocketing all through 2025. It was kind of nuts how quickly we almost got to 2,000. We're still not out 2,000 yet, but we went really, really quick to it, way quicker than I was expecting. And I think that if I had done a little bit more work throughout the year, we would have easily blasted past 2,000. And I think a big contributor of that is that I started to make a lot more tutorials for Godot. And that's gonna be, I'll talk about my 2026 plans at the end of the video, but I really think that teaching people how to make VR games in Godot is going to help me become better, not only as a developer in Godot, but also as a teacher. And that's just very exciting to me because I already feel like I've learned so much just by talking to you guys about how to make games in VR for Godot. Games in Godot for VR. Just flip it. There we go. And I even got to review some stuff last year, which was fun. I feel like the main one that I can think of that I got to review was the XP pen. I actually have it. I said XP, that's incorrect. The Logitech VR pen. And I still want to do more with this. I don't want to say that I'm waiting for there to be more things to use it on. I just want to use it on more things. I want to find more ways to use it. And I think it will be interesting as a controller. Because, I don't know, it's a neat product, so I want to do more with it. So you can go and watch that video if you would like, where I go over it, and I think I painted a picture as well when I was reviewing it. That was a fun one. That was a good video. One of the cool things that happened last year was I actually got invited to be press at AWE, which is the Augmented Worlds Exposition. Expo. We'll just say Expo. And that was awesome. Jess, my partner, and I, we went and we filmed for 2 days, got to hang out with a bunch of really, really cool VR devs and see a bunch of really amazing products. And I would love for something like that to happen again this year. So I'm really hoping for that. I'm going to reach out. I'm going to try to get that happening again, which would be just really cool. And I guess last but not least, but most notably, from 2026 was that the Steam Frame got announced, which is, we've been waiting forever. That video was easily the best video that I released last year, hands down. It got a lot of attention. I feel like I made some good points and I covered it well, I hope. I definitely have seen some parts that I kind of could have done better, which sucks, but I mean, that's always going to happen. There's always going to be things that I miss or that I could have talked about at, like, you know, more detailed and just explained better. But that's okay, because the video did really, really good. And most importantly, the Steam frame is going to come out sometime this year. I believe they said first quarter, so I'm really hoping like next month or, you know, March. I don't know. We'll see. But that would be awesome. I can't wait for that. Get ready for some crazy amounts of new content from me whenever that comes out, because we're going to do an unboxing. We're going to test different things to see if they work in it. I also have a really, really fun video idea where I'd like to try to spend a month to build a game from start to finish using nothing but the headset, since I should be able to run Blender, I should be able to run Godot, I should be able to run music, like creation software. Like, I'm really excited. I think that it could be really cool. I'm hoping it's gonna be really cool. We'll see. Hopefully I can get that to work. But yeah, 2026 had some, you know, good things going for it. There are definitely some negatives, so I'm gonna get into that now. And these are mostly for me to just kind of go over where I feel like I could have done better and how I can improve. So we're going to look at this not necessarily as negatives, but as shortcomings and how they helped me grow. Starting off, I did not upload as much as I wanted to last year. I did a lot of live streaming, and I kind of feel like that maybe wasn't the best idea, because live streams are fun, but they don't pull new people in very often. They kind of struggle. And if you've been paying attention, I have started a new channel called Virtual Rook Play, which you should go and subscribe to if you do like the live streams, where I just kind of do live streams and hang out with people and talk. So you can go over there and hang out with me if you want. And I think separating it into two channels was probably the right choice. I think that that was a good idea, and I'm glad that I did. I also really want to get back on trying to do VR news. It's not going to be all the time. I really only like to do VR news whenever I feel like something really notable happens. I know a lot of YouTube channels kind of fall into this hole of just talking about meta news, and I don't really care about meta. We do have meta news, which is that they also shut down a bunch of their game studios. And I was actually just talking to one of my viewers on the live stream channel while I was playing, I think, Megabonk. It was solo dev. The person who made the truck game, which you can watch me play, and you should also go and download it on the Meta Store if it's out. I'm not sure if it's out yet, but it's fun. It's a super fun game, and it was made in Godot, which is awesome. So yeah, go play their VR game. It's really good. It's called Polytruck, and you should absolutely go and play it because it's fun. It's still, they're working out the kinks, but it's like in beta, so, or maybe even earlier than beta. Go and try it. But yeah, we were talking the other day on stream about everything going on with Meta, and they had asked me, do you think that like this is going to kill the industry? And I was thinking about it, and I don't. Now this is 100% my own opinion, okay? So please, this is not gospel. This is just me stating my opinion. God forbid I'm saying my opinion on the internet. I think that this is going to be a net positive for VR. I said it. I think it's going to be a net positive. The biggest issue with VR has been that Meta has been the biggest fish in the ocean, in the lake. We'll call it the lake. In the lake. And they were gobbling up studios, and they were making everything a walled garden. You could only play their stuff on Meta, you know, on their headsets, on the Quest. And that hurt in two ways. One, it made it way harder for other headset companies to compete, because they would have to make their own walled garden and get their own studios, and it just was too much money. The other way that it hurt was that it made the focus of VR all mobile. Like, it was all standalone gaming, which doesn't have great graphics. It just can't. It's getting better, but it's just, it can't have really flashy graphics like Half-Life Alyx. It wasn't bad, but it wasn't good. And I guess the point that I'm trying to get at is that I feel like Meta finally falling apart, and now Steam coming in with the Steam frame, which I think is going to bring a lot of new people in, especially since it seems like, again, this is, I don't know this at all, but it kind of sounds like the headset, like the low-end one is going to be somewhere like $700, and the high-end one, which just has more memory, is going to be like $900. And that's just rumor, who knows? But like, if that's true, that's competitive, that's good. Especially with Meta now like kind of falling off and not wanting to do as much with VR. That's, I think, just net good for everyone, because now you have all of these studios that got broken apart, all of these really talented developers that are free of Meta and can now start new studios, start new projects, and they can focus on making it on Steam. They can focus on a broader audience that might actually finally exist on like Steam. And that's great. I think that's really, really good. So I'm hopeful. I'm really hopeful. I have like more stuff that I'd like to talk about with that, and I might in like an upcoming news video, but I think that that is a net positive, that we're just going to get better content now, and it's not going to be under the fist of Meta. So I think it's good. I called it the second VR renaissance. I think that this is actually the next moment of true growth in VR. I think Meta needed to fall in order for it to grow. Anyway, we'll see if I get murdered in the comments for that by Meta fanboys, who knows. So AWE, I talked earlier about AWE and how it was a huge highlight of last year for me. The part that it wasn't a highlight for was the videos didn't do great. I'm not sure why. I've been trying to rack my brain on that. I'm not sure if it was the quality or if it was just because it kind of came out of left field for my content, which I kind of feel like it didn't. It was news related for VR. So I don't know. If you have like an idea of why you might not have liked that video, I'd love to hear feedback on it down below, because it was a highlight of mine. It might have even just been the thumbnails. I don't know. Maybe people just didn't know what AWE was, and so they didn't bother to click it. Maybe I would have done better if I had like said like VR Expo or something like that. Not really much of a thing to grow off of that, just something I wanted to bring up of like, I don't know why that video did bad, or those videos, because it was 2. I don't know why they did bad. It made me sad that they did bad, but now I'm glad because I'm rad. I'm gonna stop rhyming now. But speaking of VR news stuff, like I only did I think I did 1 VR news video last year. I think that the only VR news video I did was the Steam Frame video, and it was my best video. It did great. I mean, obviously it was that's huge VR news. So of course it, you know, kind of took off a little bit. I do think that VR, like I just didn't do enough VR news last year. And I like to talk about VR news because it's fun. It's interesting. So I'm gonna try to get back on that for sure, as best I can. Hopefully there's a lot of good VR news this year. And I feel like the last thing that I kind of didn't do well this year, or 2025, was I kind of just started to do whatever. I started to stream a lot, and whenever I was doing the game dev streams, like those were fine. But whenever I started to do a lot more like just playing games and stuff, I feel like a lot of people kind of fell off from wanting to hang out because they weren't here for that. So that's why we split the channel. You know, now we have Virtual Rook and we have Virtual Rook Play. Again, selfless plug. Please go and subscribe to Virtual Rook Play. I'll put a link down in the description if you're interested in that, because it is fun and sometimes I just need to relax and I still like to hang out with all of you and talk about VR. So that's the best place to do it. Okay, but that's enough bad stuff. Bad stuff gone. Out of here. Take that, bad stuff. Now we're just getting into plans for 2026. It's a new year, new me, new Virtual Rook. I'm probably not changing my logo and stuff though, because I'm tired of doing that. I should at least change my banner because it's kind of meh. Anyway, not important. 2026, way more tutorials. I'm going to be hitting the ground running. I have so many ideas written out for different tutorials that I want to do. They'll be a little bit slow to come out, but that's because, again, the way that I like to teach is I like to learn it, and then I like to do it a couple of times, and then I do the tutorial. So it might be like, I want to aim for like 1 tutorial a month, minus this month probably, because it's almost over. We'll see, maybe. But yeah, I want to teach people how to make an inventory system in Godot. I want to talk about how to build good VR puzzles, and that's going to be really related to another topic coming up here in a second. But yeah, I want to like teach people better VR game design and how to best utilize VR. So I want to do some videos where we kind of just talk about game design. It'll be fun. I'm really excited. It's gonna be a great time. I guess another positive from last year was I actually got approved as a Steam developer. So I officially can make a game and publish it to Steam, or publisher, not developer. And that's my goal for this year. That's my hope. This year, I want to publish my first VR game, and I would love your guys' help. I would love to talk to you about the process that I'm going through, the problems I'm having, the successes that I've conquered, and just talk to you about the game. I'm not gonna talk about it yet, but soon. I'm very excited though. So it's probably just gonna be a short game. I'm only one person and I wanna try to finish it within a year. So fingers crossed. I hope that I can look back on this video at the end of the year and you guys can look back at this video at the end of the year and we can be like, wow, Rook made that video, or that game, that video game. There you go, perfect. I did it. I want to be able to say I did it. I'm having my Unis honest moment of like, this is, if I were dying, what is the thing that I would want to do before I die? And I try to do that every year. And this year, it's really important to me that I finally publish a game. And that'll also help the channel because if I've published a game, it will hopefully make people have more faith in my tutorials and want to reach out and learn from me more. So that's the goal. That's the really, really, really big goal. And that's kind of it. I mean, I just want to get back into the happy place where I'm enjoying being creative again, and I'm developing again, and I'm making videos, and I'm making Godot projects, and I hope that you're excited for that too. I'm hoping that you'll enjoy the ride and you'll stick with me. Maybe, you know, reach out to me and just talk to me about VR or development, game development. Come to the Discord. It's a little crazy, but we got a bunch of fun devs over there that talk about all kinds of stuff and show off their work. And I love seeing people's work for their own VR projects. So please come and hang out. That would be awesome. I would love that. Thank you so much for watching to this point. I'm assuming you did if you're at this moment in the video, unless you skipped through, which is fine too. You know, maybe you just wanted to see what I was going to get up to for the end of, or for not the end of 2026, what I was going to get up to this year. And that's cool too. I'm really excited. I can be really hard on myself a lot. It's one of my shortcomings. I'm hard on myself about being hard on myself. I just get, you know, that gosh darn depression, and I start to freak out and panic that I'm not doing a good job or that I'm not good enough to, you know, talk to people about this stuff. And I'm trying to fix that. I'm trying to make it in my brain meet that like, I know that I'm good enough and I can do this. And I can do this. Like genuinely, I can do this. And you can do this too, and you should. Like, if you've ever wanted to become a developer, you should just do it. Just do it. It doesn't matter. Even if nobody watches this video, it doesn't matter, because at least I made it. And that's huge. And that goes for anything in your life that you're excited about or that you want to do. Like, we get so stuck in trying to monetize everything and trying to, you know, turn things into a career, but it doesn't have to be. You should just create. If you create stuff and you enjoy it and you love it, then success will come eventually, no matter what. But you can't let the success be the driving force. You're never going to succeed then. As a creative, you have to make the driving force that you just want to be creative and have fun. And I want to have fun. That's why I made this video, because it's fun to make videos. It's a good time. I love this community. I love the people that have followed me. The fact that we're almost at 2,000 is so cool. And I have a lot to be grateful for. And so much of that has to do with you guys. And I really appreciate you. Like, I really, really appreciate you. And I'm going to try to show that appreciation as best I can throughout this year by giving back to you with more content and more videos that I hope you'll enjoy. And I guess that's basically all I really wanted to talk about. So thanks, everybody. I'll see you in the next one. So have a good rest of your day or night, whatever time it is. And yeah, bye for now. Have a good one.